In this video we will see how to file ITR-1 using the new income tax website with explanation. Welcome to another video of BeMoneyAware. Go to the new e-filing portal, www.incometax.gov.in. Click on Login. If you are not registered, then register and then login. Note that you don't need to register again for the new income tax site. Your password of old income tax site will work here too. To login, enter your PAN in the Enter Your User ID text box and click Continue. Confirm your secure access message. Enter your password and click Continue. On successful validation, the e-filing dashboard is displayed. You will see Profile Snapshot. This section contains your name, profile photo, PAN, primary mobile number, and primary email ID. These fields are pre-filled from My Profile. To file income tax return on your dashboard, click File Income Tax Returns. File Income Tax Return. Select the assessment year. In India mostly we follow English calendar from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. But for tax purposes, we use financial year, denoted by FY, which is from the 1st of April and the 31st of March. The income earned in one financial year gets assessed or checked in the next financial year, which is called assessment year, denoted by AY. For income earned between the 1st of April 2020 to the 31st of March 2021, financial year was 2020-21 and assessment year is 2021-22. Select mode of filing is online and click Proceed. Only ITR-1 and ITR-4 can be filed online. For other ITR you need to download the new ITR utility, fill offline and then upload. In case you have already started filling the income tax return and had saved it, you can restart from where you left. Click Resume Filing. If you wish to discard the saved return and start again, click Start New Filing. Select the status, which can be individual, non-residents, NRI, Hindu undivided family, HUF, firms, AOP, BOI, local authorities, cooperative societies, company. You have two options to select the type of income tax return. If you are not sure which ITR to file, you may choose Help Me decide which ITR form to file and click Proceed. Once the system helps you determine the correct ITR, you can proceed with filing your ITR. Once you have selected the ITR applicable to you, note the list of documents needed and click Let's Get Started. For ITR-1 you need your Form 16, Form 26 is bank statements, home loan certificate, proof of your tax deductions such as ATC-ATD if you are sticking with old tax regime. ITR-1 form is a simplified form for individuals having income up to 50 lakh rupees from the following sources: income from salary, pension, income from one house property, excluding cases where loss is brought forward from previous years, income from other sources, excluding winning from lottery and income from race horses. Filling ITR-1 has 3 steps: filling in the details, validate returns, confirm your return summary, verify and submitting. Step Validate returns in ITR-1 has 5 sections that you need to fill before submitting it. Review your pre-filled data and edit it if necessary. Enter the remaining, additional data, if required. To work on a section, click on the section you would see message Provide your confirmation. You can move to next section only after confirming, so after adding details, confirm at the end of each section. Once a section is done, you can modify it anytime by clicking it. ITR has 5 sections that you need to fill before submitting. The sections are as follows: personal information, gross total income, total deductions, tax paid, total tax liability. Pre-filled data comes from your Form 2-6 which has all your tax details. ITR department uses Form 2-6 as benchmark for the tax analysis and verification. In the gross total income section, you need to review and verify the pre-filled information. Your income details from salary, pension, house property, and other sources, such as interest income, family pension, etc. You will also be required to enter the remaining, additional details including your exempt income, if any. Select nature of employment, which you have to choose from the following: central government, state government. If you are drawing pension, tick pensioners. If you are an employee of private sector concern, tick others. If you have income from family pension, tick not applicable. Please choose the section under which the return is being filed. If filed voluntarily on or before the due date, Pick 139. 1. Choose old or new tax regime. Please choose the section under which the return is being filed. If filed voluntarily on or before the due date, pick 139. 1. It has inserted a new 7th proviso to section 139. 1 to provide for mandatory filing of return of income for undertaking certain high-value transactions even though the person is otherwise not required to file a return of income due to the fact that total income is below the basic exemption limit. Verify, add bank account details. Bank details are picked from your profile. Choose one account for refund whether you get refund or not. You can add other bank accounts too. Select the checkboxes applicable to you and click Continue. Exemption limit for financial year 2020-21 is 2.5 lakhs. Personal information. This is picked from the details you had in old income tax site or created while creating login. Gross total income. Total deductions. Tax paid. Total tax liability. In the gross total income section, you need to review the pre-filled information. Verify your income details from salary, pension, house property, other sources, such as interest income, family pension, H. Other sources, such as interest income, family pension, H. You will also be required to enter the remaining, additional details including your exempt income, if any. In income from salary, your income details from Form 16 will be filled in. Just plug in the values from your Form 16 as shown in the image. Verify and modify if required. Verify any deductions you wish to claim under Chapter VA of the Income Tax Act. In income from salary, fill in the exempt allowances mentioned in your Form 16. In this example, we will be filling in HRA or house rent allowance. In income from salary, fill in the deductions as per your Form 16. Only if you are with old tax regime. In this example, we will be filling standard deduction and professional tax. If you own a property, house or commercial, you have income from house property. You can earn income from house property as rental income and or home loan. In income from house property, choose type of house property. It can be self-occupied, let out, deemed let out. Self-occupied is one where you or your family resides and the question of receiving rental income out of this does not arise. Let out is one which you have given out on rent. Therefore, the rental income would be considered as your income from house property. Deemed let out, when a taxpayer owns more than 2 house property, the law mandates that only 2, prior to Budget 2019, it was only 1 property. Such properties can be treated as self-occupied while the third one, irrespective of whether let out or not, will be deemed to be let out. Now let's fill in income from other sources. Answer the questions about interest from saving bank account or fixed deposit. This has to be filled by senior and super senior citizens. Select yes and fill in required details. For interest from saving bank accounts, add interest for all the bank accounts. For income from fixed deposit, enter the interest for last financial year. Pension is a benefit that an employee gets post-retirement. If after death of the employee his dependent family members get pension, then it is called family pension. Pension is considered as income from salary. For dividend income, you have to give quarterly breakup for advance tax and penalty under Section 234B and 234C. This information will be unique to each individual, as you can see from the images below. One just had income from saving account, while other had interest from fixed deposit and dividend income. Now it is time to add the exempt income, such as interest from PPF, EPF withdrawal after 5 years, maturity of insurance policy H. Select the income from the drop-down and then enter value. If you want to add another, click on Add Details. Once you have added details about the types of income, the total deduction section becomes active and it can be worked on. In the total deductions section, you need to add in. Verify any deductions you wish to claim under Chapter VA of the Income Tax Act. If you are going for old tax regime, select yes for deductions applicable to you, and fill in the relevant details. ATC deductions include the employer EPF contribution, available in Form 16, life insurance premium paid, H. Provide the total amount to claim. If you have paid health insurance premium, then you can claim it under ATD. You have to fill Schedule ATD. Select other deductions like Art 0 TTA for saving bank account interest or Art 0 TTB for senior citizen. If you are not a senior or super senior citizen, add interest from all your bank accounts and show it here. You can claim maximum up to 10,000 rupees. Now we are step 4, verify the taxes paid. In the tax paid section, you need to verify taxes paid by you in the previous year. Tax details include TDS from salary, other than salary as furnished by payer. TCS, advance tax and self-assessment tax. It fetches details from your Form 2/6. You can view Form 2/6. It will take you to Trace's site. Add TDS details of your salary income. This should come from your Form 16. Add TDS details of your income other than salary, for example for income from fixed deposit, dividend income. Verify the details in Form 2/6. If it's in Form 2/6 it should be here. Else you would get notice. Add advance tax and self-assessment tax details if any paid for the assessment year for which you are filing tax. If you are filling details for this year for first time, you need to calculate your tax liability and if some tax is due, pay it as self-assessment tax using Challan 280 before submitting the ITR. You will have to come back to this tax is due and you need to pay self-assessment tax. You need to add Challan details. Now it's time for step 5, calculation of total tax liability. In the total tax liability section, you need to review tax liability computed as per the sections filled previously. Check computation of tax. You can check the calculation on your total income as per the income slabs. Let's look at relief under section 89. It is to be taken when salary is paid in arrears or in advance. Usually applies to government employees. Let's look at the interest and fee payable. The income tax department expects you to pay your taxes on time. Otherwise, you will be charged interest for late payment at the time of filing your returns. The various sections related to income tax are: delay in filing of tax returns under section 234A, delay of payment of advance tax under section 234B, deferred payment of advance tax under section 234C, delay in filing of tax returns under section 234A. Penal interest under section 234A is levied from the first day after the due date till the actual date of paying the taxes. Interest is applicable at 1% or part of a month. For example, if tax due on the 1st of April 2021 is 20,000. Last date to file ITR is the 31st of July 2021. And you file ITR on the 15th of October 2021, then you will have to pay penalty at the rate of 1% for months of 3 months. 1% of 20,000 for 3 months comes out to 600 rupees. Every person less than 60 years whose tax liability for a financial year exceeds 10,000 Indian rupees has to pay tax on an installment basis during the financial year. Income from all the different heads are added to calculate the advance tax. In the case of a person having income from salary, the employer calculates the tax on salary. Employer is responsible to deduct tax, TDS from your salary income and deposit the same to government. So a salaried person does not have to pay this tax on salary income. But if one has income from FD, capital gains due to sale of property, mutual funds, shares, dividend then one has to take care of advance tax. Due dates of advance tax are shown below. The interest and fee payable under section 234B. When one didn't pay advance tax though one was liable to pay, or when the advance tax paid is less than 90% of the assessed tax, then section 234B comes into play. It comes into play after the end of the financial year till the date of filing of ITR. Assessed tax equals total tax liability, TDS or TCS. For example, Radhika's total tax liability on the 1st of April 2021 was 48,000 rupees. Tax due was more than 10,000, so she had to pay advance tax. But she did not pay this. She filed her ITR on the 12th of June 2021, so while filing ITR she has to pay interest under section 234B. Interest is simple interest at the rate of 1%. So interest under section 234B is 1,440 rupees. If advance tax installments is not paid, then the interest and fee under section 234C comes into play. Details of interest is shown in the table below. For example, the first installment of the tax due was on the 15th of June 2021. If one did not pay or paid less than 15% of tax due, then one has to pay simple interest of 1% on amount due till 3 months, then second installment comes into play. Under Section 234F, a late file fee is applied if you fail to file your return on or before the due dates. This rule has been effective since the year 2017-18. The maximum penalty is Rs. 10,000 if you file your return after the due date, but before the 31st of December. If last date is the 31st of July, a penalty of 5,000 rupees will be levied. Also, for the taxpayer whose total income doesn't exceed 5 lakh rupees, the maximum penalty of 1,000 rupees will be levied for the delay. Check your tax liability. You might have to pay some tax due. You might get refund, or you have paid the exact amount of tax. If you have to pay tax, you should not submit your income tax return before filing it. If you don't have any tax due, then you can proceed to verify and submit your return. You have to add place of filing. Check the declaration. If your tax lawyer or chartered accountant has prepared the tax return, then his details have to be added. If you are shown a list of errors in your return, you need to go back to the form to correct the errors. If there are no errors, you can proceed to verify your return by clicking Proceed to Verification. On the Complete Your Verification page, select your preferred option to verify and click Continue. It is mandatory to verify your return, and e-verification recommended option is e-verify now is the easiest way to verify your return. It is quick, paperless, and safer than sending a signed physical ITRV to CPC, Central Processing Center by post. Check out our free resources.